He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest. But
Walks on the beach.
humiliated by Stepan the Despicable.
Hello, welcome back to Revachol, where the dead guy's still dead, I'm still hungover, and I've got no idea what I'm doing. Right then. Let's go and see if we can give that ball to the old lads. Who can be found? South, aren't they? Oh, there they are.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Ah, well, now you come to mention it.
Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
I tried.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism.
There we go. I knew that would come in handy.
He mumbles something to himself. It seems to be a variety of curses.
Can you tell me anything about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
Not in its current state, I wouldn't think.
The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here.
Okay.
Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away.
Farmers. And farmers' mums.
As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Well, thank you anyway.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Opera types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop? Maybe.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
What are the other ones?
Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Come on, you'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Wow, okay, fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
I have no idea what I was doing there.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already.
Alright, well, I'm not going to tax your sandwich. Ooh, map. Okay. So, I'm here. There's all this malarkey that we've been to. And there's all this malarkey that we haven't, including firing squad, a giant egg, shacks, a church. Who knows? Right. Footprints in the dust. What are you? Oh, footprints. Right. Maybe we can take another look at the yard now we know what the Hardy Boys' feet look like.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Eight pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the Hardy Boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. The one with the ball cap on his head. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
I just want to solve the case.
Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps.
Maybe.
4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky. Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty.
It's just footprints in the mud, mate.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
Last one?
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here. That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing.
Yes.
Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing. Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat, you're right. Do you think those prints belong to him? I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. 200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily
agrees.
built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was the fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
Well said, Kim.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
We have met Measurehead, right?
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe he wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
This is unusual wear.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Drummer.
Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Oh, we could be. I mean, the fella had a plectrum around his neck. Maybe his mate's a drummer.
The driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Prudent. Okay, how old do you think these tracks are?
7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Oh, well, that's really convenient for preserving the footprints.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
First glance says Kim's suspicious too.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our old soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the old soul.
Yup. Well, that's chewed up a few minutes. What can we do now? I have no skill points yet, and I really need to skill up my... Let's see who else has anything to contribute.
You see a Samaran the name Sileng.
Yes, we know today.
Shopping officer?
Ah, no, yeah. Nothing new there. Ooh. Now, I realise that I'm walking around with a pry bar in my hand, which is probably not the best thing to do. No. Put the pry bar in our bag, pockets, bag, whatever. There's no more clothes available. Okay. I read this.
An old monument stands in
Yes,
the
I
middle
have.
of
Right. But also, have I looked in here? Yoink. Oh, hello. What's down here? Physical instrument. Well, bonus is a bonus, I suppose. Ow. We are still missing a Hardy Boy. There's a pal the agitator.
Right to work!
No, got nothing new with him.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. Oh,
Yeah.
and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, two octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Well, that's, escalating quickly.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand.
Yes, okay, well,
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard.
yeah,
Still
we'll take it
wet.
off.
The toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence.
I don't know how I didn't notice it either.
Before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Well, no. Him knows everything.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Lots of
It depends.
information.
Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Curious.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved,
Back on the cases
how
again.
many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I
Any
read it?
document with the right wavelength will do.
For
All
example.
RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Oh, let's go have a look at it.
Read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose.
Okay.
It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
This is one of those just get to the end of the dialogue option things.
Like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete. Your nose does not understand what it did wrong. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural. 41 is your precinct.
What is HDB?
It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer.
Oh,
responsible
wait,
for the
yes.
case. Your initials.
Okay. In my defense, I'm not used to those being my initials.
Harry Dubois, HDB. Still feels like there's something missing from that.
I'm doing my best here. I didn't even know I had a name.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a
Ooh.
failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
I think I know who this is referring to.
The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us."
Wow.
From the
That's,
mountains.
pleasant.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer.
The
You and
bummer.
your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Oh, do I ever
Case
find
files
that?
do not show you finding the author of the design.
Oh, well, that's boring.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
I'm going to say keep the mural.
Staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains.
It appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
Well, since we're diving into my history,
AKA
the unsolvable case.
AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you
I wonder if we can solve the unsolvable case.
Officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Okay, so what do we do?
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Expression, yes. I was going to do something about that.
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is.
Okay.
Can you keep yourself off the streets?
I tried.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
As I recall, can I scroll up? Leslie was the one with the public indecency, right? Yes.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have been confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hard plastic ball in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Okay, maybe I overreacted there.
The ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Oh dear, that sounds a bit extreme.
Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Oh, check me out.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
Yes, I do.
It'd be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
ooh,
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What
what do you
next?
mean the? Oh, come on.
Don't worry. One day,
This is Control all over
one
again.
day, you may still catch the man with the square gun.
What about the
Some
couch?
assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
You know what? I'm going to give it to them. They probably look cool like a rock band.
Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst.
Oh well.
Anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was.
I tried. I really did try to let them have their thing, but no. Harry's not having it.
They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
Okay.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder the hookah parlor.
Tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Yes, right. Ow.
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files.
Alright.
Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
On with the murder.
Joseph was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
Yeah.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had. He was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day. Yeah, so anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
Is that going to be a relevant detail?
No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
Alright, how can it be?
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead.
Oh, no way, really?
You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge. See? You can't even read the thing without solving
Well,
it. Yeah.
this is all XP, so I'm not going to
Turns out
complain.
it does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
What was he doing there
Smoking
for 6
hookah.
hours?
Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next.
Well, that's all of them.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from. It takes about half an hour to piece. Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
Browse the case files?
Petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
Et du bois. This is your life.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric.
Why is that?
From the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Yes.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Yes, that might be a bit awkward.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Workplace
You
accident.
don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Alright, well that's killed a bit of time. Oh yes, read the watermarks. Let's go and have a look at Kim's car and turn on the lights. I still can't believe he noticed I was running everywhere.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How do I turn on the lights?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Copious Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. The lights unfold with a little
Headlights.
casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
Okay. I have to be standing
As
here
you
or?
hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Let's have a look at the
The
street
rectangular
grid.
watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer.
So I had a map all along and I didn't need to buy one.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Right here.
Sure, I've seen
Oh
this.
yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Much worse, wherever they are.
All of them worse than here.
Well, but does it have the nice
Many
perforations?
of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Let's tally up the different rows.
Has 18 dots.
The next one.
Is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Why am I
There are so
counting
many,
perforations?
it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations.
Okay. What do they represent? What are all these
Those are
holes?
perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
I do, but I don't think it's going to be.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Probably
No
the same.
shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
Next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means
Yeah.
you've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
That's a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Okay, go me.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills. Lovely.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Not too
For an
many.
RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Okay, I'll take it.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
So, Kim's not a big Robocop fan.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
One of the good ones. Have you
Yes.
ever? How do you handle
Everyone
it?
has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
What?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a
Maybe
hobby.
gardening. You've already got the yellow gloves.
Am I still wearing
It's
those?
meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Maybe I should pour one out. Or not.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
Oh,
Honorably done. You have given up some of your own blood for theirs.
not really sure what you're supposed to say at these things.
Are we done here?
Yes, but I'm still farming some XP.
Nods.
Alright.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Let's get updated. Go.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh, there's more things.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring.
I'm not. Go away, drama. I want nothing to do with you. Have I leveled up yet? No, I need 5 more. 5 more XP. What can we do to get 5 more XP? Oh, I can't sit on the bench, can I?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the...
We can sit on...
You can revisit the bench.
Yes, yes. How about you? Do you have any voice lines? Nope, you do not still. Well, we've investigated the cursed area. We've talked to the Hardy Boys. What's out the window then?
The dock workers. A ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I'm going to squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Alright, let's try this heroic check. Which... it's not time yet. Mysterious door has been seen. Alright, can we knock on that third door yet?
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Alright, we cannot. Okay. Can't interact with that bottle anymore. Interestingly. I don't know what to do. Like at 9 PM we can go and talk to that fella in the department up here. Don't even know if I'm going the right way. I think I am. Maybe Cindy the Skull will have something else to say. Maybe this will be here.
Give me a moment.
Okay, yeah.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What do you mean?
Nothing. Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just probing.
That's what it is. A quick peek here. A short glance there. It's all quite delectable.
I forget that. Oh, it takes a skill point to forget things. Okay, well, I need to improve my thought cabinet, but... apparently I missed a bunch of things when I came through here earlier. At the bus I saw, did I check it? Nine-mil bullet. 7 misery in your hand check. Alright. Don't mind me, Kim. I am just rifling through the possessions of various people. Hello. Will change. What I do still owe Kim. There's nothing up there but that. Can't do anything with these white things, can I? No, it's just green things. I'm kind of stuck killing time until like 9 PM. There's this balcony door. Hello, Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Came to see if you had any more new conversation options, but apparently you don't. So, well, did I miss a box? No one like me. What else can we do to kill a bit of time? Right, have I seen that before? Another splattering of bullet holes. Yeah, those tend to happen in revolutions. Did we check everything in here? Magnesium, I'll take it. We've seen the mugs, so I think that's pretty much everything in here, isn't it? What are those? I assume they're just bundles of paper, but they look dodgy, is what I'm saying. 6:37. How do we kill some time? Does Joyce have anything new to say?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water.
Neither do I.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
I
Am
did,
right?
but I appear to have asked them all before. So... over here. Alright. Oh, well, I've passed a whole minute. I need to do is get into a conversation with someone who can't keep their mouth shut. Although that description covers parts of my brain. Maybe I'll try finding something to read.
A small mountain of colorful board
Games. Let's go upstairs and grab a book. What have we got here?
shelves filled to the brim with crime novels.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of them.
Apparently.
They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Note, reading about Dick Mullen would not actually make you a better detective.
Oh, good.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
Okay.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Well, I'm looking for some glossing over right now.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Okay, fair.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Yes.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
Okay, I'm getting the picture.
Is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Mullen dies.
Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Okay, let's
Shelves
not.
filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the
Alright. Can I just buy a book to read or something that's not crime fiction? Do you think my brain will be okay with that?
famous people, whoever they are. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant.
Christ's
Just
sake.
vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
All I'm trying to do is buy a book.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Nothing
I
of
would
note
say
in the shelf.
The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Shelves full of biographies.
Let me buy it.
Fame.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
There we go. I've bought a book.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.
Okay, can I just point out that I, the person who will be answering this quiz, have not read the book.
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Dolores Day. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the most
Yes.
her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps?
Yes, another
Steer
choice.
clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one. A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
Well, I didn't really absorb anything.
Then go with your best guess. Isn't that what students are trained to do when they don't know the answer?
Alright, looks like I'm guessing.
Incorrect. Sola was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence.
Well, it must be the
So,
remaining
decided
option.
after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn-of-the-century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again? Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party.
Okay.
Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody. Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several
This is dumb.
expeditions, and was even critical of the innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind. She's
It's
not
the only name I
the
recognised.
strongest.
Alright,
Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Please, relax. Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same
okay,
time,
so innocence is a
and
king?
established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco
Good for him.
attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie. by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
Let's go to Stepan the Despicable.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Correct.
There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen.
So we're thinking they're more like saints of some sort?
The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but
Walked on the beach?
humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. Incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals, and while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected that. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down.
Damn you, arrogant book.
What's going on with you?
The book is unfair. Alright.
Shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
You know what? I think this is a good place to leave it because I've just been put in my place by a book. I don't think there's any uphill from there. I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that bollocks. See ya.